Stories continue from the Stars, Stripes, and Soccer Cup here in 2023, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground here at Soccer Down here. Jon here, Nick there, and it's time to catch up with another round of friends.
All right, we have Jackie Breitenstein with us from Share Military Initiative. Jackie, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, how's the tournament going for you so far?
It's better than expected. It's a great day.
All right, so look, I Marine Corps veteran myself. Let's, looking at if I see your branding out and about in town, and I say, okay, Share Military Initiative, what do they do? What's the elevator pitch for Share?
Sure. We provide comprehensive rehabilitation for post 9/11 active duty separated service members, veterans, and first responders who have a mild to moderate brain injury, and it could be diagnosed or symptoms of mild moderate brain injury, and any co-occurring behavioral health diagnoses or struggles that maybe go along with that. So we see anxiety, depression, some PTS. All of that care is provided at absolutely no out-of-pocket expense for our service members. It's supported through donor funds.
And to me, that's very important. That my wife is a psychologist specializing in PTSD treatment, and I talk to people in our community all the time. I can't go get treatment because it's too expensive. My insurance won't cover. I don't want to go to the VA. I don't want to go. It's people. I keep talking to the camera. We need to know that there are options available for us to go get treatment. And I know that the number of concussions I received from hand-to-hand training, sports, and doing all kinds of dumb things Marines do, but there's opportunities out there for us to receive treatment out there. So the question is, how do we find you all to get that treatment process started?
Yeah, great question. And I'll give you my card too. So
Please.
Make sure you're okay. So there are multiple ways. We have a website. It's Shepherd, SHEPHERD, shepherd.org/share, SHARE. So that's one way to get in touch with us. We also have a phone number that folks can call directly to get more information, and that's 404-603-4314. So that's another way to get in touch. And we want to meet people where they're at. Some folks want to lay eyes on our facility, see if they feel comfortable. That's fantastic. There are folks that want to go ahead and submit an application online, and that's also possible through our website.
The one thing that I know that I keep hearing as well is, I don't want to be a burden. To me, that's the most dangerous words that I can hear out of a veteran. I don't want to be a burden. It's, I have depression, I have anxiety, things that may not even remotely have given you anxiety before. Like, you may have been employing a 50 cal overseas. You have an Excel spreadsheet in front of you, and all of a sudden you're cold sweats and you're getting the shakes. Or
absolutely.
There's no clear line between what would have given you anxiety a year ago, 2 years ago, and what's giving you anxiety today.
Exactly.
And so it's important for us to know that, it's not a burden to discuss this stuff. It's not, you're not sucking resources from someone by going and getting treatment, and that there are organizations out there who are willing to do this for you. Again, at what cost to the veterans? Zero cost. Okay. So you're running out of excuses. And so, and I say this from a position of, I was in that boat. I was at home by myself. And I remember in the spirit of transparency, because if I don't say it, maybe you're thinking you have a similar experience and I don't want to talk because it's too embarrassing. I was at home. It was a damn YouTube preview that triggered me. And I lost it like at an uncontrollable over a stupid movie trailer. And my wife was like, I've told you before you need help. I'm telling you now that you need help. And I think that was the point where I was finally like, okay, I'm ready to go get treatment. And it changed my life entirely. And so one thing, when a veteran comes to you and says, oh, I'm just broken, I can get fixed, it's no problem. Like, what would you say to a veteran who says, I'm okay, there's no problems, I'm good, I can solve it on my own?
Well, first thing I'd ask is, how's that worked for you so far? And so for mild injuries, they're tricky, right? It takes, as human beings, it's hard for us to wrap our heads around things that we can't see, we can't touch. But the reality of it is the symptoms of mild brain injuries and these co-occurring behavioral health diagnoses, it impacts the lives in every domain. And so it could be the anxiety, it could be the problem solving skills, it could be the memory, those things that you're talking about, but it could also be substantial amount of headaches. It could be folks losing their balance. It could be folks just knowing I used to run on all cylinders and now I feel like I'm a cylinder below. A lot of our service members are really high performers and they're used to functioning at a really high level. And so even though they may be functioning at like normal human level, but
Right.
it's below where they're used to functioning,
Mm-hmm.
that's worth taking a look and seeing
Yeah.
what we need. And so all the care is totally individualized. Folks can come in, and for some folks, they may need come in for one appointment a week for however many weeks to get that really focused care.
Yep.
But there are other folks that may need to come 5 days a week, 6 hours a day,
Mhm.
up to 12 weeks. And it's
Right.
really individualized based on what the symptoms are, what the goals are. And
Yep.
so we've had folks come to us return to duty
Mhm.
as really specialized operators in their area. We have had folks who have been isolating in their basements for years and they just want to re-engage and be a better father. We have had folks go back to school, start businesses.
Yep.
So it runs the gamut, but the important part is that you've got a team of specialists all surrounding you to work on what you need to get to your goals and what you want to accomplish.
I know that for me, I'm looking at probably north of 10 concussions. I know that my balance has been affected.
Mhm.
My memory has been affected.
Absolutely.
My reaction time to things is the one thing that probably, like, physical reaction time is still there. And I think I allowed that to sort of be a crutch to say, okay, I know I'm still got it. I'm still okay. But then I'll go to like turn, to get my coffee from one part of the counter to the other. And all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, hold up. I got to grab onto something, which never in God's green earth would have happened prior to service.
Mhm.
And it's not something that I say the military did anything wrong. I'm saying that by just the normal day-to-day stuff that we do, it just took a toll over time. And it's something that I know I'm going to go get looked at
Mhm.
because I've got 2 kids that, I would like to be around for as long as I physically can be at the highest level humanly possible. And if there's something wrong, I would rather know now and get treatment for it than wait
Absolutely.
and have it get so far gone that I can't do anything.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, I don't know. We all have cars, right? And, if something goes wrong with your car, wouldn't you like to get it fixed before it turns into a major nightmare?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't drive them off the lot and then never maintain them.
Right.
And so it's all of the paying attention to the details in our own self is, I think, the highest respect we can give ourselves, and then let it run over. And then therefore that's the highest respect we can give to our families and our friends and our brothers and sisters around us. So I think it's nothing, there's nothing short of being absolutely selfless to focus on being selfish and caring for those basic needs for yourself.
Right.
The athletic component, being out here today, having a team for Share attached to the activities out here at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground. What's it like to have this kind of a shared experience for Share?
It's fantastic. A lot of these veteran service organizations are ones that we work with on the regular basis anyway. And so we participate in events with Warrior Alliance, with Team RWB, with Emerging Veterans and Players. And so it's fun to be out here together participating as participants alongside. So we enjoy it. Recreation is a big component of lives, and we incorporate that into our treatment with our clients and veterans on a regular basis. So that was a good fit, and we're honored to be invited. So thank you for having us.
Oh yeah.
No, thank you so much, because this is something where an event like this, it's so important for veterans who, maybe are sitting at home right now. Gentleman from Team Red, White, and Blue, he called it Fort Couch.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting on the couch, you're like, that you would like to get back out into the world, but something's different about you now than it was pre-service. Just go get it looked at.
Absolutely.
It's not going to cost you anything.
Doesn't cost anything.
No. And it's, you don't have to, there's no kind of crazy outlandish process, right? So what do we do again to get in touch with you?
You go to our website. You can go shepherd.org/share. Click on a link to apply.
Click on the link.
Send you a form to complete.
Uh-huh.
We ask for your recent medical records.
Right.
You get a call from our intake coordinator. We
Yep.
review it, and if we say, yeah, this is worth a look, then we schedule time for you to come on in. Once we have an assessment and we leave no stone unturned, we
Right.
want to know what your goals are,
Yeah.
what your symptoms are, what's been happening. Then together we work together on what makes sense for a length of stay.
Right.
And so if someone comes in and they say, well, I'm working and I can only take 4 weeks off work, we'll say, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
We'll work with you for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Here's where we think we'll get.
Uh-huh.
If someone says, I've got all the time in the world, I've been attending Fort Couch for a month,
Yep.
years, and we'll say, okay, like we can, we'll work with you longer. And this is where we think we could get. So it's a collaborative process the entire way. And I think I can't imagine it working any other way. There's no magic wand. We got to work together
Right.
to solve this.
Yeah, it's important that process sounds unbelievably easy. So just take a few minutes. If you feel like something's changed in your life, it's not too late to go and live the best life humanly possible for yourself, and if there's family around you, don't you want a great life for yourself and for the people around you? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm going to get your card because I would like, I will be there. I'm going to talk to her. So
We'll
if
see
I
you
can,
soon.
if I can talk to her, you can talk to her too. So I appreciate you guys coming out because it's phenomenal. It's a great opportunity. And John, one more question for Jack before we.
I was just going to. We've pretty much covered it. You've laid it all out there for what Share wants to do, being a part of the athletic component and all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to thank you for being a part of everything here today. And I'm going to let you two have a conversation so you can give Nick your business card.
Yes.
And we can keep going on here at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Training Ground. Stories continue from the Star Stripes and Soccer Cup. That's the story from Share. We'll be back with more coming up in just a bit.
Step one happening right now.